victory. Two-time world boxing.
And he goes up against, not too hard to get. Picked up the pace. Face fighters with right into Buddy's.
The story of Buck Smith. He's great and he looks terrific against himself out. Kid who spends the time in the gym, but just moving up.
He has spent his whole career made the jump and really has to make the jump. He's a home run champion in the minor leagues, but just a former world champion.
Yeah, Buck Smith really aware that somebody's going to face. He says he studies the articles. He tries to learn as much as he can. He's Buddy McGirt. He says he's a big fan of McGirt and
fight Raul Marquez. Buck's
very tough. He's been cut. He dig graves at a cemetery. Names were on those graves.
Two-time world champion. Had one defense before losing the crown to Meldrick, one of the, and before losing to
Buddy McGirt reached another level. He in a fight. He went out to destroy something. Part of this fight.
You know what? I think Buck Smith, until 94, he only had 12 fights and 15. I think this is the playoff was because of an injury in the. He broke his left hand, and although he came back to 6 weeks relative to Buck Smith's record, the hand healed properly, and then fought 3 times. What is he doing?
He wants to control him. Start turning southpaw momentarily.
Sensing it immediately, right on the radar.
From Buddy. The real fight in this match.
Buddy McGirt, once he heard the rotator cuff.
And fighter he is. Governors. Loosen up now, Buck Smith. Imagine that you have a basketball and you're on that basketball that you could move if you actually had a ball there.
Would be in August boxing show, and a scheduled fighter did not show fought. Never fought as an amateur. Always wondered how if he wanted to fight. He was coaxing, and he actually did fight. 4-round to the card went back to, and he then reeled off 1989. Then he got the 101.
Even wearing the
20 wins over the next 6 months before his next loss. So his 100
as many 4-rounders is 12 and 50
straight 7 wins in a row. Come in the first 3 rounds, but the third he just wears and picks guys. But it's that was fought at a turn up the pace. It's just very Conor Grady now. The
I'm trying to cut Buddy off. He just run. He's a very nice boxer. Buck's having a few problems with that. But he's loading up a little bit. He was tight, but it's hard when you're with a tight. Yes.
What do you try to do to?
Well, I like Buck to cut the ring out. He needs more jabs. Let's go, baby. Get underneath.
Okay.
Oh, he needs to get him in a slug fit.
Do over here, so Sean Gibbons going to try to keep
for Buck Smith. Then Smith's at 172 fights. It hasn't fought. Smith admitted
quite a few trucks.
That's what
Buck Smith. It really takes a different.
Well, he may later than unpaid at the bank. Buck Smith.
Smith picked it up in that 4th round. Going corner, Sean Gibbons wanted to change the strategy a bit. Throw caution to the wind. Buck Smith moves in with Sean Gibbons.
Who he's in against in your middleweight fight. 150 has ever been. He was 146 against Pernell Whitaker back in October. Class 1988 when he lost the crown to Meldrick Taylor. Then his stage is an excuse.
On for a fighter, so he had done everything that he wanted. Pernell Whitaker gave him a good reason to move up.
Whitaker will also move up.
Yes,
but likely to the only situation 59 fights or without the left.
Complete pass. Not only the jab, it was so beautiful to watch. It was nice. Sometimes it was the left hand anymore.
He did,
although he's still controlling this fight with what he used to have on it.
It's scheduled for junior middleweights. The stars. That's each state, Anna, California, and New York. Miles, but has never
affected him. James Buddy McGirt,
7 hours away.
He has.
Oh, here's a guy who's. But he has really never mentioned before. Certainly not just once. The fights were overmatched. Who was always the clear favorite on the country.
That neck
ranked.
He'll get in there with anyone, anytime they want.
And he's done it all.
I think he has learned how to fight this from all of his actions Buck Smith has had.
Canvas prior to his last fight. And here is Buck Smith getting intense.
Sean Gibbons said, which is exactly what I'm saying, and I know.
Don't waste the 10 rounds. The 200,276 fights. Buck Smith, I asked him, what's it going to take? You're going to know whether you're going to fight.
Well, he did make it up. He's got good power in his left hook. Kirkland Olympian himself into a corner. And a fighter like that KO from him.
Over that left of McGirt. This is his first fight as a junior middleweight. First feet to come. He has to come here and look over.
Never fought anyone like me. But he'll be throwing and dabbing.
And that's what you see.
Hard. He doesn't get that name Hard Rock. Of course. McGirt knows just when he slows it down, and he wants to.
Buddy McGirt, 4, and he made good at that against undefeated and knocked him out.
For the championship.
McGirt, this game he has.
You know, he's still using the jab. Not the same snap as the referee just talked about. He still has, which is just what
that knockout
problem, not having the power division.
The fight crowd is out tonight, and they're trying to bring, but you kind of get
Buck Smith standing slug with him. Respect for McGirt. This match. And now,
what opponents he has faced. Smith, you know, a couple. Buck Smith, 10 rounders, 25 fights, 5, 6, 7 fights, and we will be going to the 10th.
Almost 13.
This is the 10th and 114 knockout. Looks back. Buck Smith may look differently when he's on a.
Beat this man. Give me.
How much more work can you get?
Like it doesn't like his outlook. Fight less. The airport here, but actually he flies. We should be close to the bus station.
All right, and reel off another 100. A professional fighter.
Yeah.
McGirt has not seen, but there is much that McGirt has.